Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Comics Unlimited. My name's Ted Davies, and today we are talking about the Cape Crusader, the Dark Knight, the Batman.
Welcome to the Comics Unlimited podcast with your hosts, Glenn B. Fleming and Ted Davies.
Hello and welcome. My name's Ted Davies. I'm an artist and author best known for my books Retrieve and Grimm 101 book series, and I'm a huge Batman fan. So today is going to be awesome. Who's the guy next to me?
I'm Glenn Fleming, and I produce this wonderful magazine with this guy. Which way do you go? That guy? That way. This fellow over here.
That's right.
And I'm not a huge Batman fan, although it's pretty neat, but it's not my favorite character. But I'm looking forward to seeing this new book you've got.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it.
Let's have a look at that.
Everybody's a Batman fan. You might not think you are, but you might be.
I like the Nolan films. I think the Joker film is brilliant. I think that whole series is good. But
absolutely.
And I like Frank Miller's Batman. So
yeah, okay, well, that's good. See, told you. The reason why we're here though is for Comics Unlimited magazine. Check out everything that we're doing on the Amazon page, Glenn B. Fleming's page. Go follow it and find out a little bit more about Comics Unlimited number 11.
Number 11, yeah.
So, yeah, it's incredible.
This is number 2.
Yes, I've got the, you know what, I had everything set up and I've got them right back there on the, I can run back there in a minute. I'll grab the copy. I still don't have it from Amazon yet. It should be in this week, but yeah, very excited. Really, really good article. We went over everything last week. Just a quick rundown of the book so you guys can look back through the videos and the archives there and the playlist and check out a little bit more about Comics Unlimited 11 and all of its highlights. So you can check that out. I ended up, I want to say good morning to everybody too in the audience as well. We'll say our greetings in a couple minutes once we check out a few things. I do want to talk about John Cashman before I forget, which it's hard to forget John Cashman, especially in Petey the Guard Dog. John Cashman is our sponsor, and check out everything they're doing down in Bay City, Michigan. Cashman's Comics has been there 26 years, and they got some really good deals going on before the holidays right now. So check out everything they're doing, cashmanscomics.com. All right. So this book I found, I'm going to go over a couple of different books that I've had over the years, but comic books. But this book I found at Ollie's, and it's a discount, basically a discount warehouse. You know, you can go and you can get everything from, you know, books and some type of carpeting, and I mean all kinds of different things they got there. So it's kind of a medley of discount, but it's got toys, got all kinds of things. So, but I like going in there because they've got really good deals on books that are maybe a second prints that don't sell or whatever, and they're discounted, super discounted. So, and that's one of the things that I picked up. So yeah, that's pretty much the thing. We're going to go over it briefly, just kind of peruse the pages. I haven't really sat down and gone through the book completely yet. But some of the major hitters wrote in the book too, which is nice. Like we talked about Paul Levitz and Dennis O'Neil, and there's a few other ones in there I think you might recognize. So we'll go through that, and let's split the screen and go look at it. What do you say?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sound good? Okay.
To this, yeah.
All right. So first off, you can hear me okay, right, Glenn?
Yes.
So I ended up out of my stacks on my shelves. I just want to give you a few rundowns of some of the things I've had over the years. Of course, it's just the classics. So, but I just want to give a Detective Comics is that's why I brought it out, because Detective Comics DC actually made this book. So, but just to give you an idea.
Neil Adams again, you see.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody will know this. I wonder how many covers he published.
Gosh, I don't even know. And Magnolia, this is still my favorite. Gotham by Gaslight. It's such an epic.
I've never read that.
You've got to. You need to. And then I wanted to show you some of the newer stuff. Now, this is David Finch. I like David a lot. His artwork's brilliant. Beautiful stuff. And then I also have a copy of this that's signed by David. And then, but just to give you an idea of the newer, the newer Batman, this isn't David Finch, but this, I just want to give you an idea of, you're going from the old school blue, black, yellow, and gray, to the new. It's powerful. I mean, some of the artwork is pretty amazing stuff. But just to give you an idea, the generational thing that we grew up on, and what what we liked in the years ago, and what we don't like now, or what we vice versa, whatever. This is by Jim Lee. This particular cover. This is a book. Like I said, it's Detective Comics, 80 Years of Batman, the deluxe edition. And DC put this out. This is the second printing. This is from 2019. And yeah, I mean, it's a pretty decent rundown of the history of the Batman. So, I mean, I'm not going to go through, like I said, every page in that, but it gives you just an overview of what we can, like we do normally on some of these books, what we just kind of go over a brief page turning, I guess, discussion. Probably the best way to break it down. Table of contents is pretty general. Editor's notes, that kind of thing. One of the things that they did in this is they've got different comics through this, so it's kind of like a trade paperback in a way. So, but yeah. So I mean, the introduction was done by Dan Dio, so you can check out everything Dan wrote. And again, I get the book. I mean, these aren't very expensive. If you are at Ollie's and they do offer it, grab it, because it's, like I said, it's definitely worth it. But just to give you an idea, it goes through Paul Levitt's, friend of both of ours, apparently, on Facebook. He's and again, an epic guy when it comes to comics writing and everything. He wrote the editor's notes on this, really in depth. And he always has a good perspective on things on this. I don't know everybody in this book, so like I said, I'm going to do my research once I start reading this and going through everything. But I really I love that they've done the covers, the periodicals through here. I love it. And then through the pages, it's very well laid out. But some of it, like I said, is for me, until I really sit down and read it, it's kind of redundant. The Crimson Avenger was one of the first of the by Jim Chambers. It's going to be the onset, if I'm not mistaken, of a lot of the Batman story. But and again, I don't know Anthony Tollin. I don't know if you know any of these names or not.
No, I've only heard of Paul Levitz.
So Paul's, well, that's enough. Paul's awesome. Classic cover, number 27.
Yeah.
He's almost like a butterfly. I mean, I always thought it looked like it was kind of a.
It's fantastic. Look at that guy holding the gun there. His hand is really weak. He don't like it.
Yeah, right.
Like he's got hold of it, does it?
No, right. It almost looks like it's a pen.
Yeah,
like he's pointing a pen at him.
Maybe he's drawing him.
Right. I love the old cars. I love the.
I
just love that. But again, the panels, it's the evolution of comics. I mean, it doesn't get more real than this. I mean, I love this. It's sick. But like I said, as you go through this, if you guys are fans, check out everything that's going on with the book, because it's it's.
I wonder when they lost the hyphen.
I don't know. A good question. Maybe somebody knows in the queue. I'm not sure. I think that there's. I know that I've got a T-shirt that's got the old style with the Batman in the background, the bat, and then the actual Batman logo. It's got his head with the bat. I don't even know what's on here. It might be on here or not, but I'm sure it is throughout. We'll find it in the book, but you'll see it in a second. But I don't know. I don't know when the hyphen. You guys know in the queue, let us know. The cards always got me though. This is back in the 40s and that. But like I said, I'll start going through this a little bit so we can get a jump on it.
Look at those thick borders there. Look at the borders. Really?
Yeah, right.
Just go to the previous page.
Yeah.
Look at that. But the thickness of those borders is amazing.
Yeah, it is. And they, it's good. It's good artwork. It's beautiful. I mean,
Yeah,
really.
it's
I mean, the
great. Yeah,
colors,
it's really
everything.
good. Yeah.
I would love to see this. Now they do have some sketches in here, so I wanted to show you those too. And we'll get through that, but let's see. Derpy 501, 501st. Sorry guys, that looks. Thank you. This first time you're here, huh? I haven't seen. Have you seen you here before? But welcome. Good morning, Carl, and good morning, Joe. Let's say hello to them as well. As far as the colors, they're so bright. I can't imagine them being this bright on the newsprint that they had.
No.
So,
but they do look good on that, don't they?
Yeah. I mean, oh yeah, just brilliant. But like I said, in this, I mean, the action shots in that are just they're so small. I don't know how they, I know they're blown up and they're drawing it, but God, can you imagine having to ink and then color? I don't know. It's pretty amazing, but I'm glad that they threw these in every so often. You'll have the covers from whatever series that
they're very cartoony, that cover, wasn't it?
Yeah, right. And again, it's the evolution of it, and you see that, and then compared to like the thing that like Dave Finch was putting out here.
Oh yeah, well,
I mean, it's incredible. I mean, look at that. I mean, compare. I mean, you got to start somewhere, I guess. But boy, these are still the funny book looking thing, and it's kind of, to me at least, it's nothing wrong with it. And again, they're comparing a lot of this stuff with Batman and so forth. So when you guys go through this, you'll the breakdown of the book. Once you get into the story, into the book, you'll understand the breakdown, the significance of each of these different comics that they've got in here. But this one, Derpy, I think this was $7 if I'm not mistaken. I know it retailed, I think, regularly for like 25. So yeah, so it's you got to have it, have it in your life.
Look at that going down that chimney there.
Right. Right. So I mean, it's like anything. You just have to kind of. I don't really. I think this is great for historical side of it and everything. This is entertaining for me, but I really wanted to get into the meat and potatoes of it. How did they sketch it out? How did they get this? That's just me though. But Carl says those were the days. Had to use your imagination. Yes, absolutely. But yeah, anyway. Now these ones, I don't know if you I don't know if you know anything about these guys.
I've heard of Boy Commandos. Yeah, certainly.
I haven't seen. I mean, I've never read any of them. But Rip Carter. I mean, what a name for a character. But this is great. I mean, the color schemes, everything on this. I mean, the airplane, it's beautiful. Just love it.
Simon Kirby.
When was your first exposure to Batman?
My first exposure to Batman was in about, probably early to mid 60s, when a friend of mine showed me some Green Lantern and Batman and Superman stuff. Kurt Swan Superman.
Okay.
And Gil Kane Green Lantern and some Batman stuff. Is it Wayne Boring, I think, was drawing Batman then? And I didn't like it at all. And it was only a year or so later that Marvel came along, and that story when my brother brought Strange Tales home.
Yes,
and Kirby was there,
we wouldn't be here now if it weren't for that.
Yeah,
so.
and then of course in the mid 60s the TV program was on. The
right.
What's he called? The Batman.
Adam
West. Adam West.
Right.
And so yeah. When I was about 10, it all started happening. But I didn't like Batman or any DC. I like Kurt Swan's art.
Yeah.
But I didn't go for the Superman.
Derpy, I don't know how many comics are in this. I believe there's probably 10. And we got David Houston in the house. How about that? How you doing, David?
Dave.
And if you guys could like and follow us and subscribe to the channel, that would be awesome. We would appreciate it greatly. As far as the mine was in syndication. The first part of it was because in 66 I wasn't even born. 71 is when I came around. So and I think that they had Batman was in syndication for quite a while for that. All growing up, I mean, we would watch all kinds of them. And then we had the Justice League on Saturday mornings. We had all that. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. But Batman was such a staple diet. These colors, gray with the yellow, with even the watch I'm wearing, they call this the Batman watch because it's got the black and the blue on it. So, yeah, so it's pretty. It's just part of Americana for me. I mean, it is. I mean, it's such a vital part.
The cynic in me wonders why there's so much black on these panels. Is it time? Do they not look at that Robin where he's kicking that guy?
Yeah. What do you think?
Well, I'm hoping it's just for effect rather than it's 4 o'clock and they need it by 5. And look,
probably it might be both. It might be both. Who knows?
I mean, just go back. Yeah, top left.
Sure.
Just go back top left.
Top left.
Yeah.
Right, let's see what we got. See what Glenn's talking about here. If I can get this page open. Sorry. Like I said, it's a new book, guys. New to me anyway. But okay.
Top left. Look at the
not even finished.
The buildings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it was for effect. That's it.
Well, I mean, you've always got that. We've got, and there's an old adage. Being from Detroit, you never buy a car was built on a Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
On the line, right? You want to have it built maybe midweek.
Well, how would you know?
Well, they stamp it, and they used to stamp it, and then they mark them. But
okay,
they set the date of when the car completed and everything. But the same thing goes with this. I'm sure that they had time crunches. They had to get things out. The deadlines were, the deadlines are crucial on this. I can only imagine what they were pushing out. Every what was it? Every 2 weeks? I have no idea, but. I love this. I love this type of. This is just, and this is early. That's just awesome. It's just early illustration work. I just really love it. I just really love it.
It's like he had a bit of time to do it, or he decided to do it. Well, the beauty
Superman here on the Superman making a cameo.
The beauty of these comics to me is not so much because I don't think the artwork's great. It is great, but it's not like. Finches,
it was of the time. It was of the time. Absolutely.
But it's clearly the building blocks of what came later.
Right. Yeah. And this is an era that's, I've only read about, I've only seen it, but, but yeah, that's the big thing. I like this. I don't really care for that as a comic cover. I'm like, what is that? I don't really care for that at all, but.
Is it the splash page though?
It might be actually the splash page. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just thinking it was a cover. I'm like, man, why did they do that? But the Riddler always seemed a little. I don't know if the word. He seemed very acrobatic. You know what I mean? It was very. He was very. And I love in the 60s on the show. It's just fantastic. Just
Frank Gorshin.
Yes. What an amazing guy.
Yeah.
An amazing guy. Actor. I mean,
I think the beauty of that Batman TV show was all the guests, wasn't it?
Oh,
more than Adam West and I don't know his name, can't remember his name, the Robin guy. It was all the people they had on, because they used to have was it Julie Newmar, Eartha Kitt?
Right. Oh yeah, they're killing it. And then Batgirl, whoever she was, I forgot.
Yeah, well they had that I've Eartha Kitt as Catwoman one week, and then 3 weeks later, Julie Newmar would be Catwoman. So different person.
Yeah. And it's awesome, though. It was. I'll take. They're awesome.
No,
that's awesome. That's a great. That's awesome. I love the cover.
Yeah.
Powwow Smith, Indian Law, man. Huh.
Powwow Smith.
I don't know why they had that. Well,
I think that'd probably get cancelled these days, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Right.
Powwow Smith.
Yeah. Well, in any case, they put this in here, and again, as I'm going to be reading this, I'll find out more about this, but I'm sure that there's a reason why they put this in to be comparable. But anyway. Yeah, very. I mean, it could be very stereotypical. Maybe not. Maybe we're just reading into it. But let's see. I like that. That's cool.
Yeah, the flying Batman.
But again, the beginnings of this book, yeah, I mean, even this, I don't know. I don't understand the whole concept of this yet. I don't know why they have these in here, but like I said, it's
What's the artist name down there at the bottom? Where your fingers are?
that one is Ruben and Marinza.
Right. Don't know
Ruben.
them.
I don't know either one of them. Beautiful work. But
Yeah.
beautiful.
It's a step up from the previous, isn't it?
Yeah, right. Almost not Prince Valiant quite yet, but you know, it's actually there's quite a bit of I mean, look at this. This is I love that.
Look at that. Look,
and again, no hyphen on that.
How wrong is that leg on that robot? Look at that leg.
Yeah, right. Crazy.
It's more like the Tin Man, isn't it? Out of Wizard of Oz thing.
That's right. See, I love this though. I mean, the airplane and everything like that. That's pretty sweet. That's Bob Kane. It says it right there. So yeah, right.
Yeah.
You want to go down that rabbit hole? Anybody?
No, don't know anything about that.
I love the Batgirl bike. I mean, this is great, dude.
And that square jaw has suddenly arrived. That the really square jaw.
Yep. And then this car was just so. I just never liked this car, dude. I never liked this car. I always thought it was kind of, I don't know. I always thought it was kind of. I mean, it's of the era, I guess, but there's some. I mean, the bike's awesome, and she looks great on it. But yeah, again, the characters, like you said, the cast of characters just was phenomenal. So, but any time that you've got, we've seen it now that it's a vigilante.
Yeah.
You know, the movies that have been brought out recently and of the last 20 years or whatever, and I don't know. I just think it's timeless. It's a timeless character. It's somebody that's going to be around for, I mean, even, I don't know how you could get away from it. It is so alluring. I don't know how you could not watch it.
It looks very, very wordy, that comic, doesn't it?
Yes, that one does. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, why use 20 words when 300 will do?
Right. I'll kind of fast forward this. And then he meets the Batmite. I don't know anything about. I don't know if you. Again, you don't follow any of that. So
I think Batmite. Thinking about it might be one of the reasons I didn't bother with it.
Maybe.
I thought. No.
I remember this panel. They used this a few times on a lot of different things, marketing wise, when I was a kid. I remember this vividly. The color. I don't know why they did it that way, but man, that's cool. That is so cool.
That's why they did it, because it's cool.
There's that damn car again.
I
never understood. I just don't. Again, it's like I guess it's all right. I mean, you guys tell me what you guys think. It's nothing like the Batmobile from the 60s. That thing was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just an awesome. And then later on, the Dark Knight series and all this. I mean, check this out.
You see, I'm not too enamored with Batman's latest Batmobile because it's a tank, isn't it now?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's
I don't like
kind
that.
of. I mean, it's kind of. So, I mean, these are. I never really cared for this. This is the lines on this are too
straight, aren't they?
Yeah.
But they like the hyphens, don't they? Clayface.
Yeah, right.
It's like Ben Grimm.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. 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 Looks like a anorexic Ben there. Let's see. Let's go back up here. I just want to see what we got here. Carl, now you had 2-page spread of One Punch, and at least they got story. Yeah, that's true. Give me 1 sec. Let me keep going here. And I don't know. That was never any of my favorite stuff, but I think that's. I don't know. I mean,
that's Ben Grimm, isn't it? That's really Ben Grimm.
Right.
20 years before Ben Grimm, so there you go.
Right. But as far as the book goes, I'll keep going because I want to get a little bit further along.
Now it's picking up.
Yeah. So now you've got these are more not my time, but I mean, I took a double take on this because I think in the Joker right away, and I'm like, it doesn't look quite right, but it almost looked like a Jerry Lee Lewis a little bit too. I was like, where's the piano? But yeah, this is a famous one. This is a very valuable comic now. I mean, a lot of people have a lot of money invested in that.
What number is it?
That one is 3. I should know it by heart, but 359.
359.
Let's see. Joe says Bite Mite is Mr. Mixelplick of that family, the Ultimate Batman fan. Ah, okay, that's right. That's right. Yes. See, Joe is such a wealth of knowledge, man. We got, all these great guys that listen in on this, and it's just guys and girls, by the way, that listen in on this that have such a, you guys know, if we don't know it, somebody does in the queue. So, who is your favorite Catwoman?
Julie Newmar.
Yeah. Yeah. She's
Mind
pretty
you,
amazing. Pretty amazing.
Lee Merriweather's pretty gorgeous, but they look the same, don't they?
No, they don't look the same, but yeah, I got what you're saying. Got what you're saying. So, all right. So, Shelley Zimmerman, I don't think she's related to Randy, but we can kind of throw that out there. Maybe Randy knows her.
Maybe it's Randy writing under a pseudonym.
Maybe. Man Bat. Now I think I've got this. I don't have it with me here, but I do have this in my collection. And that was that's pretty cool. I mean, it's a pretty cool cover.
I think it's great the way the logo or the comic title Detective Comics has suddenly been vastly reduced, and we're just getting Batman now.
Right.
For the first few issues, it was just.
I mean, the badge is is a quarter of the cover. I mean, boom.
Yeah. Is that a Neil Adams cover?
I think that one is, if I'm not mistaken. And I think because of the curvature, he was always one to, like we talked about in the prior show, we talked about the curvature of the capes, and what he has there. See, Dave said, I used to have that Detective comic with the first appearance of Batgirl. Awesome. There's a lot of people. I mean, they're going for a fortune now. I don't have the fair market value on it now, but I know I don't have one in my collection, but someday. But they go for quite a bit of money. I don't mind this type of, this isn't an era that, we talked about digital versus, traditional and everything else. This is an era that I didn't mind. I don't mind this because it looks, it's not old, but it's not new. It's just nice. I don't know. The colors are not bad. I mean, this is terrific.
Yeah, it's nicely colored, isn't it? Who's the artist there? It tells you at the top.
Neil. Yep. And Dick Toronto.
Right.
And then story was done by Frank Robbins. So, but yeah, so they get
Wow.
But you can see that, I mean, like you said, the evolution of it, and that's the power of this book, because it does show you the almost cartoony. I mean, compared to the cars in the 40s, obviously this is different, but I mean, even the styling. I mean, look at the way everything. It's just amazing.
It's great.
But you had to start somewhere, right? That's the whole thing.
Well, this is what I was saying before, that those early ones are the foundation of all this. They allowed all this to happen.
Right.
Everything has to start somewhere.
Correct.
And we end up with Neil Adams, and that's not too bad, is it?
No. And I'm glad that we had a chance to. I mean, except for that one story he did. But besides besides Odyssey, everything. Yeah. I mean, beautiful artwork, though. Don't get me wrong. Beautiful artwork. But yeah, the way the panels, everything, it's just, now we're getting into the good stuff, at least for me, the stuff that I grew up with.
Wow, look at that.
This.
Wow, yeah.
And then look at this now. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah,
just fantastic. And that's that's like I said, the power of this book is bringing you, so you've got some reference now, and like I said, I don't know if you go on Amazon, I'm sure you can find the book. Like I said, it's Detective Comics 80 Years of Batman, the Deluxe Edition by DC.
Look at those sound effects there. Wham, scream, crash, buck. Brilliant.
And then this one, this is great. Brilliant. Complete gray background, and then this, you got the characters, and then all the remnants of the people that fought them.
Do you know, Neil Adams is so good that most of his panels, most of them could be full page spreads, couldn't they?
Yeah.
Just a fantastic artist.
He stalks the world's most dangerous game, Manhunter. Okay, so, and like I said, they're going to go through, and if you read the book more, it'll get more into line. Why isn't Batman in this, or all these the breakdown of it. Like I said, I'm just skimming through it right now just so we can get an overview of it.
Didn't we
interesting.
didn't we talk about that cover before where that leg's a bit long, that left leg's a bit stretched?
I don't know if we possibly we might have talked about this one. I never really cared for this type of stuff.
Right. Only Kirby does that well.
Well, I mean, Perez didn't do a bad job, right?
Yeah, George was pretty good, wasn't he?
It was.
Let's be fair.
But you're absolutely right. Kirby was amazing. But Dave said he's got the copy of the Neil Adams Omnibus too. That must be awesome. That is it a full size, Dave? It's like the full size 11 by whatever 17 or whatever it is. That would be nice to see. This is kind of cool. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, this is hard for me to read.
Yeah, that lettering's horrible, isn't it? It's real 60s type of thing.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
This is cool. I love that. The way that motorcycle. God, that's awesome. Oh, that's sick. That angle is just great. Yeah, this is definitely of that era. Was it probably 70s?
Huh? 70s, yeah.
Yep. But even the way that everything's shot, the reference on it, these cars look so much better. Okay.
He just such great angles. I mean, look at that, guys.
God, man.
There's no doubt that's hurting.
That's right?
Bang.
You don't have to have. Yeah, and I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's ouch. I mean, you don't even.
Yeah. It just hurts. But his layouts are great.
They are, and you're seeing more. More of the angular. I mean, everything. Yeah. They're being more expressive, and look at like you said, the gutters, man. They're huge.
Yeah.
On this one, do you think that's from they changed that, or do you think it's original?
I think that's original. I don't know, but I think that's done on purpose as well.
Yeah,
because it makes each one stand out. Yeah, just bang,
man.
It hurts.
There's not even an action call out on this. You don't need it, I guess.
Whack.
Yeah, Dave said that it's the larger format, so 12 by 18 or whatever it was.
Wow.
And I'm sure it's very heavy. I'm sure. Okay. Yeah, pretty awesome. And this is like that. That's a classic.
Wow, look at that.
That's classic.
I've never seen that before.
This would have spine ticks like mad. Trying to collect it. Oh God, it would be. I'm glad you didn't collect this book because I know how you do with the Kirby books. I can only imagine what this would look like.
Well, I like to read them. Look at that! Wow,
that's just dynamite. That's dynamite. Art by Dick and story by Danny O'Neill.
Dick Giordano.
Yep.
Look at that.
That's beautiful.
That is superb, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now you see, if I was doing that, I know you can't do this in a comic, but if that had been my layout for an article for Comics Unlimited, I would have dropped all the art from the right-hand side, and he would have been looking into the space.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's not about that. But I'm just saying that's the thing that struck me. If we get that image and we run something, that's what will happen.
That would, yeah. Well, I mean, that's smart. That's brilliant. I'm glad you're thinking like that too. That's you though. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Look
at that side view as well. Top right there. Look at that.
Yeah.
I think you like drawing side views, the Dick Giordano, didn't he?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep.
They're beautiful.
They are.
Really underrated artist as well, I always think.
Look at the architecture in that. God.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was done with reference. I wonder if he did that off of a photo.
I think it's either reference or somewhere he knows.
Yeah, it's got to be. Yeah, I'm not saying a light table, but man, that's pretty intense. I mean, look at that anger and not anger, but the movement on that. Just
yeah.
It's incredible.
And that lovely coloring, that lovely light blue there. And that,
I like that. I love that.
That's the flashback, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Like I said, what a great medium for storytelling, man. We never get tired of it. We never get tired of it.
I mean, look at that kiss there and that lady's forehead. Look.
Yeah.
Look at that. How good is that? Like I just said, that Dick Giordano, very underrated artist, I think.
Yeah. And then Danny O'Neill, Time Machine. And he talks a lot about the now this one I did read briefly, but again, definitely worth the buy. Even if you spent $20 on the book, whatever it was, this for $7 or $8 was just a steal. So, I mean, if you can find them at Ollie's or any, try to get them, because they've got, these things they're never going to get old. I mean, this is great. A good reference.
Look at the ears on his suit now.
Right. And look how dark the lines are. I mean, they're bold. Yeah. I mean,
and we've got thick panels again.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. Gives you an idea though. Just so, hey, good morning, Eric. How you doing, man? Got the Hawkins in the house. So yeah, I just one thing that they didn't do in this book though that I did check out, they didn't have anything to do with Mike Mignola, which surprised me. But still really quite remarkable. I mean, love this. I just love it, man. The colors, for some reason, man. I love the Dark Knight in that, but again, this goes way back to my childhood. The color schemes are so burned into my retinas,
Well, the new Batman to me, he's turned into a robot. I mean, I've not seen the last film with Ben Affleck in it, but from the bits I've seen, it's like he's Iron Man, and all the same color in his.
I see. Yeah, suit, I can see that. I can see what you're seeing there. Well, I mean, in essence, he is really. I mean, they're both millionaires. They're both, they're both.
Yeah, but he's not. No, I mean his suit. It looks like it's made of iron. Well, Batman shouldn't do that.
Right. I understand that. That's interesting.
You got Gene Colan that page. It's a previous page.
This one?
Yeah. Looks like Gene Colan.
I don't know. This is interesting though. This is kind of slash. It's a little cartoony. I don't know. I love the monochromatic.
It looks like a Ben Affleck Batman, but that looks like Ben Affleck. I'm not sure about that.
I kind of like it, but yeah, I don't. It's still got some classic tones to it, but
yeah. See, to me, it looks like he's tied up rather than coming out the window.
Got it. Even this, I don't mind. This type of stylized, I don't mind this. I think this is sharp, but again, I don't know if I'd want it in every comic. But,
yeah,
I mean, the way that the way that the light's hitting him, almost makes him look like a.
That looks like an overweight Indiana Jones talking to Stan Lee. With it, and Ditko's drawn it because he was the master of those blinds, wasn't he?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Or the other one that we talked about with Frank Miller, he was the master, man. God. He on Sin City, like we talked about previous show. Amazing stuff. But again, this book delves into the evolution of the bat. And I think that's the power of this book. And it's nice because it's only one reference. I mean, you've got how many references to all the different Batman, everything, the library full.
Yeah.
Even then you see these small ears on this one. So that almost looks like it's back in the 40s again, kind of. Okay, so now I think that we can get into some of the these go through some of the storylines that they went through and what they didn't use, and
wow,
that's kind of cool.
That's the best part.
I think so, yeah. And it talks about the newer stuff, and what Detective Comics is and is now, which is, or I guess since 2000. Ooh. I mean, look at that. Love that.
I've seen that before. Yeah.
Yeah. Just brilliant,
great, isn't it?
Yeah. Some of them, I mean, it's safe to say that there's beauty in all the evolution of it all. I mean, it's just crazy.
Wow.
And I thought that they had sketches in here. I'm pretty sure they do. But I mean, I love this. It's just look at that. I mean, that's something out of a dream. But again, it looks like the front end. I don't know. I don't know. But I love the line work. I love the stylized, the harshness to it. I mean, you guys jump into it. Let me know if there's not something you guys don't like on that. I'm sure that there's it's like anything, to each their own. But I mean, that looks just
Look at that.
dynamic.
That's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at that shot below where they're on the little flight. Is that supposed to be he's on the Green Goblin's thing there, Batman, isn't he?
Yeah, it looks like it, but no. But
look
yeah,
at the
it's awesome.
look at the lighting on the center building, or the lack of lighting, I should say.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah.
The darkness. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I like that.
You see the guy getting dragged. I mean, that's phenomenal.
Yeah,
I love that.
It's
very perspective of it. Yeah,
it's very Blade Runner. That
it is,
isn't it?
Very, very cyberpunk. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. I love this. I love the line work on this. All right,
it's very Frank Miller, Mike Mignola work.
It is
lovely.
I mean,
it is lovely.
I don't know. Let me see if I can go back on some of this, but they did go through the golden age of the books that were in there. So if you were looking at a few different ones, anybody, just so you get an idea.
I don't think you get away with that Fu Manchu looking guy there, would you, these days? I don't know why. What's up with everybody? It's just a great drawing.
It's just yep. It's just times are different. But yeah, they talk about Silver Age, Bronze Age. Now you can see the definite differences now.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought for sure that they had sketches in this, so I have to go back through it. But they have these little notepad sketches that are in this that are just incredible. I don't know where they're at, but I'll try to find them while we're talking about it.
It's a fantastic document of evolution, like we said, of the Batman character and artwork.
And it's not something that, like I said, everybody would want. Not everybody needs, but I think that if you're a Batman fan, it does not hurt to have this on your shelf, because I think that the economics for it and everything else. Yeah, I don't know where it is, but I'll have to try to find it. But they did small notebook sketches that I probably just went through them when I was trying to speed up a bit, and it really was interesting to see. It was a little tiny notebook, and how they got the pages all laid out and everything. It was really, really cool to see. Let's see what they got in the front here. But on each of these, it has all of the listings for all the different books that are in this, the writings as well.
Has Walt Simonson ever drawn Batman?
That's a good question. Anybody know? Anybody in the queue know that?
I reckon he'd do a pretty good Batman, Walt Simonson.
I would think so, yeah.
Because anything he does is pretty good.
I would think so. That would be awesome. I never even thought about that. That might be very, very good. So yeah, I know that there are sketches in here. They've got the smaller. Yeah, that's a shame, because I should have tagged them, but sorry about that, guys.
I'll tell you something that I don't want to let our listeners down, because they complain because we mentioned Kirby, and I'm going to mention Kirby again.
Sure.
Isn't it ironic that the greatest comics creator of all time couldn't get his hand around Spider-Man, Batman, and Superman?
Right.
The three most iconic characters, in my opinion, he couldn't render them properly.
And I think that says a lot about him, though, too. I mean, he had such an amazing, his creation, his talent for creation was just incredible. And the fact that he couldn't draw something that was so iconic, really is, it's like other people drawing his work, right? And there's not many people that could draw. I don't think anybody could draw like him, really, when it comes down to it. But, but in any case, I don't want to waste everybody's time, but there are a couple sketches in here. But they're very small, and they're almost, it's amazing that they could actually build a comic book out of it. Amazing. So, but
what's on the back cover, Ted?
This one, let's see what we got here.
Right.
And then it goes to the 8 decades, featuring the Batman story, debuts of the legendary Robin, Batgirl, Batwoman, Batmite, the first appearances of Two-Face, Riddler, and Man-Bat. And then it goes through the original stories of Bruce Wayne, from Paul Levitz and Dennis Cohen, and much, much more. So gives you an idea.
I'm not sure about that exclamation mark there. Looks a bit dodgy.
Yeah. The one up on top here. Yeah.
Yeah. What a fantastic book. I'd buy that.
Not bad. For $7, heck yeah. But yeah, again, I don't know where it's going for that now, but it's $7 or $8. But but yeah, I think that there's something to be said for some of the ones, like you said. Jim Lee does a great job. I think Dave Finch does a fantastic job today in today's world. And then going back, like we were talking about with the original.
Yeah, that's the logo. That's the logo I remember of Batman. That left-hand side one,
right
on the Neil artwork.
Let's see. Eric said that Bisley, Bisley did a Dread.
Beasley, yeah.
Did a Dread Batman graphics novel. Yep.
He did, yeah.
Yep. I had I want to check that out because I think that I might have that one actually. I have to look. I've got quite a few books. But again, I haven't gone through. I'm just starting to go through a lot of these.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as the economics on this and everything else, I think it's definitely worth it for the for your collection.
Yeah.
I wish I did a better job with the breakdown of it, but at least gives you an idea
it's just,
of what.
Like we said, it's just great to see the evolution of the character. I mean, if you think about it, 80 years, that should really be 4 volumes, shouldn't it?
Oh, easily.
But they put it out, and that's great. But like I say, you see the fantastic evolution of the art. I don't know what the stories, because we've not read them, but I would imagine that the stories are a lot more sophisticated now.
Yes. Yep.
But the others would be more fun, probably.
I would think so. I mean,
they get a bit serious now, don't they?
They all really. I mean, a lot of it changed with Frank Miller. I mean, the Dark Knight, that whole, the whole dynamic of that changed. It wasn't the goofy.
I think,
not goofy, but it wasn't this kind of slapstick. A little bit of the 60s.
I think you've got to applaud people like Frank Miller. And again, I'm going to say it, Kirby, when he did New Gods and he brought Superman into the Forever people, he was, I don't know, because I'm not a Superman fan, as I've said, but I think that was probably the first time that anybody had Superman doubting himself.
I think so.
And what I'm getting at is it's great when you get a great like Kirby and Miller and come along like John Byrne did when he did the Superman thing again. Reboot it and kick it and chip away all the rubbish, and this is what it is now, and it's a fantastic evolution. That book is incredible. I've got to buy that book. It's just amazing to see all that. I'd like to see something done like that with, say, Captain America or something like that.
Yeah, well, and I'm sure they've got them. I mean, like I said, I couldn't turn it down. There was just too many. I'm like, even if you bought it just for a weekend, just to read for for that kind of money.
Yeah.
Ollie's has been really good about that, but check it out. Check it out on Amazon. Check it out on eBay. Maybe somebody's got something for available. Let's check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Carl, we'll see you later. Thank you guys for stopping in. I think we're wrapping it up next week for the year.
Yeah.
Then we're taking a month off. So, so next week I think we'll just do a year in review. I don't know if there's I think that'll be pretty much it for the rest of the year, but any other suggestions, let us know. Any questions on that? So yeah, that's Batman's one of my favorites, man. I don't like a whole lot of DC books, but Batman is definitely one of them. That's
I think it's time I got my Frank Miller book, Dark Knight, out again and read that. It's a long time since I've read that.
Yeah, you should. We should.
I remember it just being amazing.
I know that in the future, next year we'll be doing a Watchmen overview. Watchmen.
Oh
book. That's we talked about with Alan Moore. Let us know though, you guys, what you guys want to see. I know that we got a few things in the pipe of what we're going to be doing, but let us know if there's any other characters in that you guys are more interested in, or books, comic books, anything that we can review. Let us know. That we have I've got a pretty extensive collection. I know you do too, Glenn, so we could figure it out. We haven't done anything on Superman yet. Maybe we'll talk about that next year too.
Yeah, Superman.
So, but we'll do next week, Thursday, we'll do a year-end review and just go over our highlights, our best shows, best points of the shows that we like.
3 seconds long.
Yeah, right. Right. So I appreciate you guys stopping in. Glenn, thank you, man, for stopping in, spend some time with us. You guys have a great week. We will be talking to you. If you guys could like and share this out, please subscribe. It would mean a lot to us. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by December 31st. Would really appreciate that if you guys could help us get there. And maybe we'll do, maybe I'll do, because it's Ted Davies Artistry page, maybe I'll do a giveaway of some sort. We'll figure out once we reach 1,000 subscribers. So thank you guys for stopping in. Thanks again, Glenn. I'll talk to you soon, man. Don't work too hard. All right. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Welcome to the Comics Unlimited podcast with your hosts, Glenn B. Fleming and Ted Davies.